Good morning, all of you. Tempest, one of Shakespeare's finest plays. Who is protagonist in this story? Yes, Prospero. Who is Miranda? Miranda, the daughter of Prospero. Where do they live? In the island. What was Prospero created on the ocean? The sea. Sea storm. Okay, you know that. What was the reason behind it? Prospero's enemies are heading towards the island, so he created sea storm, right? Okay. Who was responsible for this act? Ariel, a spirit, right? Okay. We saw last class that Prospero created a storm and Ariel appeared before him to report the condition of the ship, right? We will continue from the text. Page number 22. Page number 22, right side, fifth paragraph. Ariel gave a lively description of the storm and of the terrors of the mariners, and how the king's son Ferdinand was the first who leaped into the sea. And his father thought he saw his dear son swallowed up by the waves and lost. But he is safe, said Ariel, in a corner of the isle, sadly lamenting the loss of the king, his father. That's my delicate Ariel, said Prospero. Bring him here. My daughter must see this young prince. Where is the king and my brother? I left them, answered Ariel, searching for Ferdinand, whom they have little hopes of finding, thinking they saw him perish. Of the ship's crew, not one is missing, though each one thinks himself the only one saved, and the ship, though invisible to them, is safe in the harbor. These passages nothing but Ariel reported that Ferdinand, who is Ferdinand, the son of Alonso, who drowned in the sea, and his father was watching how the son swallowed up by the wave that created by Ariel. Actually, it was created by Prospero, and he was monitoring. Created by Ariel. Ariel knew that everyone's safe but invisible to each other. Prospero asked Ariel to bring Ferdinand because he wanted Miranda to see the young prince. Don't you feel something is fishy there? Yes, Prospero had something in his mind about Ferdinand. Let's see what will it be. What do you understand? Prospero asked Ariel to bring Ferdinand first. What? Ferdinand first. Why? Let's see in the text. Okay, follow this line. Ariel then went to fetch Ferdinand. Oh, my young gentleman, said Ariel when he saw him. I will soon move you. You must be brought, I find, for the Lady Miranda to have a sight of your pretty person. Come, sir, follow me. What did Ariel tell? Ariel gone to Ferdinand and tell about the lady who is the only lady in this story. Yes, Miranda. Ariel described him about Miranda and asked him to follow to see Miranda. What is in this passage? As Prospero told, Ariel gone to Ferdinand to tell about Miranda, particularly to tell about Miranda. Let's see what happened next. Follow the text. He followed in amazement at the sound of Ariel's voice till it led him to Prospero and Miranda, who were sitting under the shades of a large tree. Now Miranda had never seen a man before except her own father. Miranda, said Prospero, tell me what you are looking at yonder. Oh, father, said Miranda, in a strange surprise, surely that is a spirit. Lord, how it looks about! Believe me, it is a beautiful creature. Is it not a spirit? In this passage, Ferdinand followed Ariel in silence with wonder, where Prospero and Miranda were sitting under a large tree. At the sight of Ferdinand, Miranda perplexed means confused with wonder, right? Perplexed and amazed. Do you know why? Ferdinand visible now, and she had never seen a man before in the island except her father. Won't it be surprise to her? Of course it will. Prospero asked her, what was she thinking about the man? Miranda thought that it would be a spirit like Ariel, and also insisted that was a beautiful creature. She assured that it was spirit and mesmerized by the beauty of the creature. At the first sight, both mesmerized. They are spellbound at the grace and beauty of each other, Miranda and Ferdinand. Next, the lines in the text. No girl, answered her father. It eats and sleeps and has senses such as we have. This young man you see was in the ship. He is somewhat altered by grief, or you might call him a handsome person. He has lost his companions and is wandering about to find them. See, Prospero told her about how the Ferdinand, as she thought that the creature, how the Ferdinand eats, sleeps, and have senses like they have, and clearly told her Ferdinand was a handsome guy, handsome person. He had lost his companion and loitering means wandering and searching, loitering over the island to find them. Next passage. Miranda, who thought all men had grey faces and grey beards like a father, was delighted with the appearance of this beautiful young prince. And Ferdinand, seeing such a lovely lady in this desert place, and from the strange sounds he had heard, expecting nothing but wonders, thought he was upon an enchanted island, and that Miranda was the goddess of the place, and as such he began to address her. In this passage, Miranda thought about the men, all the men who had sad face, aged and long grey beards like a father, but she was overjoyed with the appearance of Ferdinand. And not only that, just know how the Ferdinand will think about her. He would have come into the enchanted island. What is enchanted? Enchanted, someone cast a spell over the island, so that he thought that he came into enchanted island, and seeing such a lovely pretty lady in the island and hearing beautiful voice, he thought that Miranda was a goddess of the place. Ferdinand directly asked her whether she was angel, goddesses of that island. Next passage. She timidly answered she was no goddess but a simple maid, and was going to give him an account of herself when Prospero interrupted her. He was well pleased to find they admired each other, but to try Ferdinand's constancy. He resolved to throw some difficulties in their way. Therefore, advancing forward, he addressed the prince with a stern air, telling him he came to the island as a spy to take it from him who was the lord of it. Follow me, said he. I will tie your neck and feet together. You shall drink sea water. Shellfish, it is not a shellfish, it is a shellfish with the roots, and husks of acorns shall be your food. No, said Ferdinand, I will resist this, and drew his word. But Prospero, waving his magic wand, fixed him to the spot where he stood, so that he had no power to move. What happened? Miranda replied that she wasn't goddess but a simple girl in the island. When she described about herself, Prospero interrupted her. Prospero appeared there in front of them. Prospero understood that Miranda and Ferdinand love each other. Prospero wanted to check Ferdinand's stability in the love, whether he'll be strong or not. So he planned to conduct some love test for their constancy. Prospero asked him to follow and told him about the eatables and rings. Okay, he will be given sea water to drink, shellfish with the roots and husks of acorns as a food. Ferdinand denied. He's not agreed. Ferdinand denied everything. Suddenly, Prospero waved his magic wand on him so that he cannot move from there and cannot say no. Ferdinand not agree to do all the things, to eat some shellfish with the roots, but he can't say no, yeah, right? So that what happened? Prospero make him statue. Next, the lines from the text. Miranda hung upon her father, saying, "Why are you so ungentle? Have pity, sir. I will be this surety. This is the second man I ever saw, and to me he seems a true one." Silence, said the father. One word more will make you chide you, girl. What an advocate for an impostor. You think there are no more such a fine men, having seen only him and Caliban? This he said to prove his daughter's constancy, and she replied, my affections are most humble, and have no wish to see a goodlier man. See how strong Miranda is. Miranda requested her father to be gentle to Ferdinand and told Ferdinand was the second man, right? Ferdinand was the second human being in the island she ever saw, so that she pleaded very much. Her father asked her, Prospero asked her to be silent and scolded her for being support to the Ferdinand. Ferdinand is the impostor. She pleaded her father's she pleaded father very much for the love. That was a true one also. Prospero ordered him to follow where he planned to give some works. But now Ferdinand have to follow, have to order, have to obey Prospero. He has no choice. Look at the text. Come on, young man, said Prospero to the prince, you have no power to disobey me. Prospero had commanded Ferdinand to pile up some heavy logs of wood, king's sons not being much used to laborious work. Miranda soon after found him almost dying with fatigue. Alas, said she, do not work so hard. My father is at his studies. He is safe for these 3 hours. Pay rest yourself. Oh, my dear lady, said Ferdinand, I dare not. I must finish my task before I take my rest. If you will sit down, said Miranda, I will carry your logs the while, but this Ferdinand would by no means agree to. Prospero, who had enjoyed Ferdinand in this task merely as a trial of his love, was not at his books, as his daughter supposed, but was standing by them invisible to overhear what they said. Ferdinand inquired her name, which she told, saying it was against her father's express command she did so. In those lines, Prospero ordered whom? Ferdinand, right? Prospero ordered Ferdinand to take some heavy logs of wood. It was just very difficult work, and prince from king's family won't do all this, right? But Ferdinand did only because of Miranda, right? Because of love. He was he became exhausted. She asked him, who? Miranda. Miranda asked him not to do too much work and also take rest. Her father was studying, Prospero was studying the book, and he won't come for a while until he can take rest. But Ferdinand disagreed to take rest. He was very sure about to complete the task given by Prospero. According to Ferdinand, that was a laborious work, but Prospero gave him a loud test, right? And one more thing, I'll tell you, actually Prospero was not in study as Miranda thought, but he was standing invisible to listen to their conversation with delight. Next line from the text. And then Ferdinand, in a fine long speech, told the innocent Miranda he was heir to the crown of Naples and that she should be his queen. Prospero then appeared before them. While Ferdinand took a long time to describe about him, who is Ferdinand, son of Alonso, right? Alonso is a king of Naples and promised that Miranda should be his queen. Next. Fear nothing, my child, said he. I have overheard and approve all of you have said. And Ferdinand, if I have too severely used you, I will make you rich amends by giving you my daughter. All your vexation were but trials of your love, and you have nobly stood the test. Then as my gift take my daughter. He is a gentleman. Who is Prospero? Yes, after hearing all their conversation, Prospero appeared before them and told them not to fear. What a gentleman Prospero was. He admitted before them that he was overheard all their conversation. He declared one more truth also. Ferdinand stood very confidently on the test. For the gift he can take Miranda as a wife. And finally, Ferdinand asked Miranda's hand in marriage, and Prospero also agreed to give a daughter to Ferdinand. Next, a very big passage. When Prospero left them, he called a spirit Ariel, who quickly appeared before him, eager to relate what he had done with Prospero's brother and the king of Naples. Ariel said he had left them almost out of their senses with fear at the strange thing he had cast them to see and hear. When fatigued with wandering about and famished for want of food, he had suddenly set before them a delicious banquet, and then, just as they were going to eat, he appeared visible before them in the shape of Harpy, a voracious monster with wings, and the feast vanished away. Then, to their utter amazement, the seeming Harpy spoke to them, reminding them of their cruelty in driving Prospero from his dukedom and leaving him and his infant daughter to perish in the sea, saying that for this cause these terrors were suffered to afflict them. What is in this passage? After leaving them, leaving whom? Miranda and Ferdinand, Prospero called Ariel to know the condition of Antonio and King of Naples. Right? They were also in the ship. Ariel told everything about their state. State means the condition. Ariel placed before them some delicious food where they were eagerly came to eat. The food was vanished, and Ariel appeared before them as a monster. And so far, these game Ariel played game with them, and this game for a while, and make them realized how the King Prospero, along with his baby Miranda, suffered once they left in the island without for food or anything. This will be the ultimate aim, to make them realize their fault but not to punish them. Prospero, indeed a gentleman, he is a good man. Lines from the text. The king of Naples and Antonio, the false brother, repented the injustice they had done to Prospero. Then bring them here, Ariel, said Prospero. Ariel soon returned with the king, Antonio, and old Gonzalo. This Gonzalo was the same who had so kindly provided Prospero formerly with the books and provisions when his wicked brother left him, as he thought, to perish in an open boat in the sea. Grief and terror had so stupefied their senses that they did not know Prospero. His first discovered himself to the good old Gonzalo, calling him the preserver of his life, and then his brother and the king knew that he was injured Prospero. The only one thing Prospero wanted to make them realize for what they have done to them. When they realized what they had done to Prospero, Ariel took them in front of him, Antonio, old Gonzalo, and King of Naples. Do you remember the Gonzalo? Yes, once he had kept all the necessary things for Prospero when they left in the island. So that simply Prospero called him as a preserver of his life. Right? It will be suit. Antonio spoke with tears and truly apologized him for all the evil things he did, and also promised to give back the dukedom again. See the lines. Antonio, with tears and sad words of sorrow and true repentance, implored his brother's forgiveness, and Prospero forgave them. And upon their engaging to restore his dukedom, he said to the king of Naples, I have a gift in store for you too. And opening a door, showed him his son Ferdinand playing chess with Miranda. Nothing could exist the joy of the father and the son at this unexpected meeting, for they each thought the other drowned in the storm. See, Prospero, his brother Antonio, and Gonzalo all okay now. But what happened, King of Naples? Prospero surprised him to show Ferdinand. Ferdinand was playing chess with Prospero. Surprised him by showing Ferdinand, right? What happened? What happened there? Ferdinand was playing chess with Miranda, right? Alonso was extremely happy to see his son playing chess with the girl Who is that girl? Miranda, the only girl in the island. Lines. The king of Naples was almost as much astonished at the beauty and the excellent graces of young Miranda as his son had been. Who is this maid? Said he. She is a daughter of this Prospero, who is the famous Duke of Milan, of whose renown I have heard so much, but never saw him till now. Of him I have received a new life. He has made himself to me a second father, giving me this dear lady, said Ferdinand. I can say this is amazing paragraph. At once, Alonso was astonished by the grace and beauty of Miranda. Alonso asked his son who the lady was and told him. Who told? Who told? The Ferdinand told him that she was the daughter of Prospero. Once, who is the Prospero? Once he was the only one king, he was the only one Duke of Milan, and how he gave him life again, and also Prospero was second father to Ferdinand by giving his daughter's hand in marriage. Next, no more of that, said Prospero. Let us not remember our troubles past, since they so happily have ended. And then Prospero embraced his brother and again assured him of his forgiveness. Prospero now told them that their ship was safe in the harbor and the sailors all on board her, and that he and his daughter would accompany them home the next morning. It was a happy ending that Prospero hugged his brother Antonio, again assured him of his forgiveness. Prospero told them that their ship was safe in the harbor and sailor also safe. They were all planned to move. They were all planned to go home next morning. Last but not the least, what happened to the Ariel? Let's last passage in the text. Before Prospero left the island, he dismissed Ariel from his service to the great joy of that lively little spirit. You know, all human beings in the story joined together, they patched up. Okay, they were happy to move from the island. What about our Ariel, our super lively little spirit? Prospero dismissed Ariel from his service. Therefore, Ariel don't want to, so that Ariel don't want to hear someone or obey someone. Ariel also, Ariel was also very happy to be free. There the story ends. Do you like the story? You really like the concept? Tempest, right? Tempest. It is considered as one of the Shakespeare's well-written plays. You like it? If you like it, if you understand it, then answer my questions. Who raised a violent storm in the sea? Prospero. Who is king of Naples? Alonso. Is Ferdinand was the first human who Miranda had seen in the island? No. Prospero is the first human, right? According to Miranda. Who instructed Ariel to bring Ferdinand? Prospero. Yes. Who is Ferdinand? The son of Alonso. Was Miranda attracted by Ferdinand? Yes, she is. I hope you like the story. Read the lines from the text once again and try to understand it properly. Spend your quality time with the text. Study it once again and answer the questions for the assignment session. Thank you.